I'm muted. I was muted. Why was I muted? Sorry about that. Was muted on the mic. Shoot me, please.
Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset that Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that.
We don't play Madden Mobile anymore. Madden Mobile is such a bad game that I don't even play anymore. That's why he doesn't play the game anymore. You're not kicking him, or I will remove your admin.
I don't think you trying to get rich.
Fuck.
You don't want it.
Let me log in real quick.
You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it.
Not Facebook. You log on to Madden Mobile. Okay.
Now you ain't got what it takes to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout.
How's everyone doing?
Spend so much time out here balling, it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dreams are lavish. Went from check to check to check to balance.
How?
I bet you flop, you all theatric. I'm mostly savage, gambling, take advantage. I'm here to ball while you call.
Play the game yet?
When that top jump back, what I call off vert. Before I hit my context, check my call off first. See if I can make a play to get it all off first. Woo! Let an animal loose. My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot. Or I can put you on some skates, breaking ankles and news, saying this is what they pay me to do. I don't think you're trying to get rich.
Jenna, did you change the name to the league?
You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it.
Did you change the league name?
Get rich.
Yeah, LeBron.
Get rich.
It's all good, HDK.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Turn off the volume.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA
See
season.
what they
I'm
gotta
Ernie
say.
Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Bulls in Chicago. For Chicago, they've
sure?
got their fans behind them in a big way tonight. Opening game 1 of the season, home cooking, a lot of love in the building. We'll see if they get to treat these fans to what they've been waiting all summer for. And another NBA season about to start.
Damn,
Shaq, we've
no one's
talked
acting
about
like
it.
it anymore,
You
is they?
feel, I don't know, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
I don't like it. Get off my screen. Here we go.
You can hear the roar here at the United Center.
D-Rose,
Welcome
Scotty,
everybody to the day
Artis
we've
Gilmore
all been looking
versus
forward to.
LeBron,
The start
Kyrie,
of a
that's it?
new NBA season on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls.
Bang.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Price is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Doherty. And it's Nance in at the power forward position. Price dishes to James. That's tipped. Pushing it up. The
You go,
finish.
Scotty.
And the slam dunk by Pippen.
Get out of here, Scotty.
guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket
Come on,
and don't
D-Rose.
let them set up the defense.
There's Rose with the three. That's good.
Dang, Derrick Rose.
Rose has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
We all know how explosive Kyrie Irving is offensively, but as his team becomes a contender, he's looking to improve at the defensive end of the floor as well, and I think he will.
Jordy with the bucket.
Jeez.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Yep, I
For
literally am leaving my
Chicago,
car.
they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Pippen kicks to Rose.
Come on.
Second shot opportunity. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And for Kyrie Irving, good size at 6'3", obviously a good athlete, versatile player. Greg, why do you think he's struggling defensively?
Kevin, I think it's a matter of intensity. I mean, he's had to carry such a big load on the offensive end. Now with more help, there's no excuse for him not to develop in terms of his impact on the defensive side.
And both free throws good for Pippen.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
And here are the Bulls now, following the miss by Mark Price.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
There we go. Come on.
Here's James, and it's blocked. They recover it. In transition, here come the Bulls. Jordan with the bucket.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Michael Jordan. Pulls it from the elbow. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And
oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Now, here's Price.
Dude, this game's just full of ads.
Can they get it? Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Pippen. Jordan kicks to Rose. Pass to Pippen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And he gets it to go.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Another miss by Irving. Outside Rose. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Bulls lead by 13. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
How you doing? On you left. Good job.
And Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career after a long and illustrious career coaching over in Europe. He talked about the difference coaching abroad.
There's just a lot more practice time. And when the games come, you're still playing 2, maximum 3 times a week. You know, here you could be playing 4 or 5 times a week, and your practice time is going to be limited, and your ability to change things is going to be limited. You know, adjustments can and will be made and should be made, but you got to be a lot more.
And Blatt, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and he's done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, you know, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. And there's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Chicago.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, they've got Dwayne Wade, Garbage man out there with Dennis Rodman. Then it's Rose, and it's Butler at the 3 spot. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. At the elbow, Varejao. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
The Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in. Wade for 3. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. 2 top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you
dunked out LeBron.
But also when you coach LeBron James.
Get dunked out.
Up that
LeBron James, you piece of garbage.
Into attack mode on the putback.
He is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second-chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And for Black, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
There we go.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Irving. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
The drive by Jordan, and the call will be against Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
Go.
That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right
there. That's a bull.
Really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Williams is checked in. And the basket
and one.
Got it to go through on the contact.
That's
so
Michael.
Coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Bulls have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of
lay down, LeBron.
You don't know why it takes a
that
little while
LeBron
to
James.
work
I just
the
don't like
knocks out,
LeBron.
But it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Right wing. And Nance kicks to Williams. Nance passes to Dory. With 1 on the clock, that misses. Would have counted had it gone in.
There we go.
Dominating first half.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
Okay, Derrick Rose is back.
The
We're going to
2K
win.
Sports Halftime Show.
Halftime show. What is it, like news or something? What's going on?
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Starting with Kenny, your take.
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts.
Well, they run into a very hot shooting team tonight, fellas. And you combine a hot shooting team with the weak defense they've been playing, you're going to get crushed. I hope coach is coming down hard on them right now because they can't keep
so
giving
what, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals. Look at that.
And
Shaq had no chill.
Halftime show, the third quarter.
Shaq has 0 chill. Here we go. Let's play some game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in
Michael
that
Jordan.
first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving is out there with Price. Then there's Doherty. Then it's LeBron James.
Dang it!
And it's Nance in at the 4 slot. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
Here's Pippen, uses both hands to slam it down.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen
Gotta
throughout.
get hot.
Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball
We're doing
defensively
good.
turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean,
really
they hope to
bad.
get back in this game. I mean, it's really deflating
I'm gonna be live
from a
streaming
morale
this game
standpoint. They
all
need
night till I
stops
go to
and
sleep.
points, not turnovers.
No good from Price. The Bulls leading by 18. Cavs
Oh my God,
were poised
Michael.
to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep,
We'll do
they
our
lose
minute
Kevin Love
quarters.
for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle on their
D-Rose,
quest
what were you
for the
thinking?
title.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. So for the Bulls, Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Pippen. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Michael Jordan. Then for the Cavaliers, Anderson Varejau's checked in for Doherty. Ilgauskas comes in for Nance, and Miller's subbed in for Price. To the inside, Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got his first points of the night.
Goldie
Both
Wade.
defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah,
Better
but
run.
they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Here's Varejao, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Dang, we just threw him to the ground.
Hey guys,
We didn't
last
care.
season was a painful one.
Who's in here watching,
for Anderson
dude?
Varejao. He had finally shaken the back injury
We're
that
up by
signed him
20.
the year before. Signs the multi-year contract extension with the Cavs. Things were starting to look up. Then only 3 weeks later, he tears the Achilles and was ruled out for the season. You talk about a tough break.
Why is it like that?
Anderson Varejao hits them both.
Why is it like that?
And adding insult to injury, certainly, Greg, as you were talking about Varejao at the start of last season, shooting 56% from the field. Clark, I think he was over 70% from the line. Those were career highs.
Yeah, and a terrible blow for Varejao and the Cavs because of that injury, the Achilles tendon. But it led to the deal for Mozgov, and that's worked out quite nicely.
And that
There we
one's
go.
good. And the Bulls lead by 20.
You doing
They have
this?
been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking
He's the all-time
this
Bulls,
lead.
so you know
And it's
they're
been
gonna
a
be really
well-rounded
good.
performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it,
You can tell it's
but
Dennis
it's been
Rodman
good on a
just
number
by
of
the hair.
levels.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how
Damn,
often
come
their
on.
differences came up, though, you knew something
I mean, don't you hear me or not?
afoot.
Chicago leading by 18. Wade with it. He's picked up by Irving. And
Dang,
Wade with the three.
We're up by
Wade's
21.
got 5 points in the quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach. And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
Damn.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there.
Better run.
Here's Ilgauskas. Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that.
Go, D. Rose.
He's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Butler.
Come on,
Shot
Tiki Mask.
Good D by LeBron.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Yeet.
Welcome back.
Okay, come on.
Ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly.
The one person watching,
here,
please leave a comment. Tell me what you want to see.
The Bulls leading by 20. We've got Garbage Man. Pippen is out there with Rodman. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Gordon in at the points. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys,
good point.
How fearsome he is at times. I mean, you hate to be the guy tasked.
But drop 50 piece on you.
James kicks to Doherty. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Here's Gilmore. Cavaliers.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it.
Bulls,
the
balls already,
position,
wow.
You could see the frustration on his face.
Chicago leading by 20. And
Michael
Jordan outside, and the Bulls another 3.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
2 minutes. James a screen on Gordon. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Shit.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Dave Corzine. He's checked in for Garbage Man. Dang comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Heinrich in for Jordan.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And that is good.
Here we go.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Price outside.
Oh, no, I got to tear my ear.
Williams against Dang. Williams gets the bucket. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. a dominating performance for Chicago.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin. Quite honestly, they were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams kicks to Nance. Doherty up top.
Run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
For 3, Pippen, and he gets it to go.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
No good from Price. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
Scottie Pippen.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just...
So, yeah, this is the one game I'll be live shooting more of this season tomorrow. But right now I want to do a fantasy draft. Maybe 2 of them. 1 normal, 1 legend fantasy draft. Then I'll do a... What is it? I'll do a... yeah, I have all the rest of them downloaded. I'll do... Cool. What do you mean, well, see? Wow. Oh, dude, there's 2 people watching now. Lit.
Let's go.
I'm gonna do a legend fantasy draft.
Let's go.
I know I'm not up to date yet. Well. What team do you guys want me to use though for the fantasy draft? Map? Okay, that sounds pretty fun. There's like every legend. There's like 4 Michael Jordans. Ridiculous. What's the pick? Oh wow, we got a white pick. Oh! I'm thinking Kareem. No. Dirk? We pick up German Jesus? I think we have to pick up German Jesus. I think we gotta pick up German Jesus. Or LeBron.
Yeah, we taking over. Listen. Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia.
No question. Okay, and we're back on the clock. Here we go. We have to. Yeah, we gotta get John Stockton. So, we gotta get John Stockton. Or we take on Michael. Brady Miller still there. We may go with Stockton. Will. Still. But not fucked up. AD's still there. But not. Wait. We'll actually pick up. We have wait to pick about any of these guys. They'll be here later. Magic and all that. They'll be here later on. But who knows when we'll pick up better. We have to get Scotty. Right? Yeah, we gotta get Scotty. We gotta get Scotty there. He'll be up there later. We got a good draft pick. There we go, like right here. We can pick up a Magic, Jerry West. Ooh, we have to get Jerry West. We got a point guard. Oh, Tracy McGrady. I think we gotta go with Vince. That's young Vince Carter. This is good Vince Carter. This is Vince Carter's prime. I'm gonna pick up a center. And Mutombo just happens to be there. Okay, now we need to pick up a shooting guard. Sean Marion. 12 years down and I'm finally free. Amari Stoudemire. Yes, Stoudemire now on this team.
Can't make me wrong, so we got him done. The family, I'ma give him some. Spent that conda. He didn't run. Sunday had a whole church singing a song. Why they had to send my baby home? That paper long. Been a G in the game, now my son on the throne.
I am the beast. Feed me rappers or feed me beats. I'm untamed, I need a leash. I'm insane, I need a shrink. I love I need a leech. Why complain on easy streets? I don't even talk, I let the visa speak. And I like my Sprite Easter pink. And my wristwatch your power, but the mule is cooler. I have more juice than your jeweler. Touching, I will your medulla. It is not a tumor. Red light, stop your rumors. I stay on track like a box of boomers. I just rock with Junior. I am the little big cause we take it over. One city at a time.
There's Roy Hibbert back in his prime.
Let's take him back.
We have the power forward.
94. As the preacher takes a pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways, hang-ups. Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still caught up in all it. Still calling my expendables cause it's hard to believe I can fit all of them boys in one. And the streets start trembling. It's way too many it seems. Too many witnesses. Up and down with their visions of what a street is. I call it the seesaw syndrome. Maybe you make a mistake, you lose.
And this is for the real hip-hop. So would never, ever, ever ask me, am I here to replace Guru? Word? That's how you feel up on this track? Little try on that.
What you trying to rap now?
Yeah, yo, Royce.
What up, man?
We just lamping in the studio, you know, doing our thing.
Okay.
Bugging out, you know.
Right.
Little test run. So
I need you live streaming all day tomorrow.
Put your hands on the count of 3.
And we'll go with the highest overall.
Everybody now, 1, 2, 3, go. Talk to him. Who stepped up in this rap game and seen acting fool?
We'll get one gameplay with that.
Both names go together. A lot of fronting like they ill. Word. I think it's time to move on to the
I don't want Dirk Nowitzki. I'm gonna trade him away. Just a love like that, guys. And we have a draft picks that we can trade away too. Because I wanted a better player. Well accomplished. And we'll be trading away. Come on! Ready to get started. Here we go. Okay, so first off, set the front office. Dirk Nowitzki's contract. Ain't way too much anyway. Got you though.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around.
Your mother doesn't love
Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Dallas Mavericks. And guys, for the Mavericks, they put in a whole lot of heart in the offseason. We saw them already in the preseason, and now all those adjustments get put to the test for a game that's going to count. And they're hoping to start out 1-0. And here we are, opening night of the new NBA season. Every club at this point can be optimistic, Some teams just looking to make the playoffs, others with much higher aspirations, Kenny.
Yeah, well, some people would say that you can start with a clean slate. But then certain people are saying we're building off of last year. So this is a continuation. But whatever happened last year to some of those teams who didn't reach their goals, they just can wash it out and start. But there are certain teams saying, yes, we are who we were last year, and watch who we are this year.
You want to come out the gate strong. Ernie, I think we're in for an exciting year. And it was a pleasure seeing you in San Tropez on our vacation.
Yes.
That's a nice aqua machine you got.
It was very surprising to see.
Not invited.
Here we go.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season. A season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same
you're
for
done.
tonight's game.
You're done.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup.
You are done.
We've got Mutombo. Nowitzki is out there with Pippen. Then there's West, and it's Carter in at the 2. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Start of the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise there.
And it's sent back by Mutombo. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time.
That's some
That
bull.
is his first foul of the game.
That's some bull.
.109 left to play in the first. Down low.
Okay, guys.
And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Garnett's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
West kicks to Mutombo. Back to West. To the inside. Here's Nowitzki. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Johnson dishes to Pippen. The shot is off. Nice D from Nowitzki. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Pippen gets it to go.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Johnson attacking.
Oh.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And that one falls for Johnson. 2 shots.
Who came in?
So Johnson hits 2 of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field.
There you go.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Iverson. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. It's all tied in Phoenix. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get one more before it's all said and done. One's definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there would be terrific for him. He's been to the finals twice.
Yeah, and you heard him. It was like the whole city was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
Hope he won. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video, or the end of the stream, my bad. If you guys like the stream, want to see more, make sure you guys thumbs it up, subscribe, and as soon as the loading, as soon as the saving screen's gone, we'll be done. They only won that game. Make sure you guys like this and subscribe. I'll be back live tomorrow morning. I don't know when, but just